According to Migration Policy Institute, the United States has become the top destination for immigrants since the 1960s. With people coming from all over the world, we are faced with challenges. Challenges like a language barrier can set back our country in the long run. Research done by Auburn University shows that learning a new language, you are opening yourself up to better communication skills, improving your knowledge of your first language, and enhancing listening and memory skills. I started taking Spanish class my freshman year of high school. I have not only begun learning a different language, but I have also found that it is now easier for me to understand others around me. People will argue that it isn't necessary, but by learning a new language, you are breaching the gap to the world of diverse cultures, opportunities, and even developing better analytical skills. This graph shows the highs and lows of the immigration population since 1850 to 2016. Irene Zakari for The Conversation states that early childhood is the best possible time to learn a second language. Children who experience two languages from birth typically become native speakers of both, while adults often struggle. Even babies that have not been born yet learn from their mothers. Megan Machucho found that children that are bilingual have more advantages. Cognitive development and an aptitude for learning new concepts are just a few benefits that these children have. Bilingual children tend to have a larger vocabulary than those of monolingual children. For those who do know a second language, it is easier for them to advance in school and even outperform those who know a single language. This is a quote from the Kids Spot showing that children who can speak a second language often outperform children that only speak one language. Nowadays, the growth of immigrants in the U.S. continues to climb every year. As identified by the Migration Policy Institute, there was a total of 43.7 million immigrants in 2016, in comparison to 9.6 million in 1970. This shows the U.S. is continually growing bigger every year, and along with population growth comes culture growth. This means new languages, new religions, and new beliefs. With the amount of people immigrating, there's considerable likelihood that a great deal of these people don't speak English. There's also the chance that if they do speak English, it could be hard to understand them and even harder to communicate with them. A lot of these people are in getting jobs that deal with others on a daily basis. For us to know another language, or at the very least know enough to talk to them, it would make things simpler for us and them. The Center for Immigration Studies concluded that in 2017, a record of 66.6 million U.S. residents ages 5 and older speak another language besides English at home, which concludes that 21.8% of U.S. residents speak a foreign language at home, which is really roughly double that of 11% in 1980. This graph shows from 1970 to 2016, there has been a rapid growth from 9.6 to 43.7, which is averaged to 44.7% to 13.5%. It continues growing every year. Along with having the ability to speak two languages, this comes with numerous benefits. Whether it's increasing your chance of being hired, a higher pay, career advancements, or even easier travels. Being able to speak two languages is a huge advancement. Career Profile found that employers are more interested in bilingual job candidates. It's even found that employees who speak more than one language are in higher demand than those who can't. Now, it certainly isn't necessary to learn another language, or even speak one fluently. Learning something new takes time that some people might not have in their lives. As I said earlier, it is easier for younger children to grasp onto the concept of two different languages. For adults, it can be a lot to learn and a lot more difficult since we have already been speaking one language our entire lives. It would be frustrating at first, but like everything else that is new to us, we would once get the hang of it and it would be a breeze. This shows that the percentage of U.S. population who spoke a language other than English at home by a year. In 1980, it was 10.97%. In 1990, it was 13.82%. And in 2000, it was 17.89%. And in 2000, it was 19.73%. By teaching students and others alike another language, you're opening up to numerous chances that wouldn't have been a possibility before. It not only helps people in their daily lives, but it could also benefit them for things like their cognitive development. That is the end of my visual aid speech on why it could be important to learn another language. Thank you for watching.